Today's going to be a really exciting day, and this is going to be a great episode. We're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since, and are now searching for a place to call home somewhere soon.
Subscribe and join the ride.
After having left you all in our magical dome parked up in the mountains outside of Moab, full of anticipation about a looming project we had yet to learn all the details on, and to give you the backstory on how this project came about, remember when we randomly met the Bucket List family while whale watching in Baja?
Nice to meet you out here.
Yeah, pleasure.
Well, after randomly meeting Kara and Nate that very same night, the next day we all found ourselves staying at the very same campground, which inspired us all to go out for tacos together that evening, when Garrett of the Bucket List family received a text message from an old friend reaching out about a bus he was hoping to give to some influencers to renovate for him as an Airbnb, ultimately putting Drew and I at the right place at the right time, which now explains why we're in Utah and not on the next flights to Portugal. It definitely felt like an opportunity worth checking out. We can only learn more from each experience that comes about. The sun has risen on yet another beautiful day here in sunny Utah, where Drew and I have been for the past week or so. You may recognize some of the domes surrounding us. We're still parked at the domes at Canyonlands where we last left you in our last episode. And Drew is actually showering. Or he just came back. How was your shower?
It was nice and hot. Just what I needed for a morning wake up.
I was just about to tell them that today is going to be a very big day. By the end of this episode, you are going to know way more than you know right now. And so are we.
We're going to know way more than we know.
Yeah. We're going to go look at some properties. We're going to introduce you to Josh, who has basically hired us to convert. There's a project that you're going to know more about too by the end of this episode. And we'll be picking something up that has already partially been purchased. Not by us, but with the intention of helping with this yet to be disclosed project. So today's going to be a really exciting day, and this is going to be a great episode.
So we're following Josh. Josh is part of a group that owns several properties around the Moab area. And you'll notice from the domes that we stayed in last week, Josh is passionate about giving people a glamping experience. So we're following Josh today to look at a couple different properties so that way we can determine what might be the best potential spot for the project we have coming up.
Property's actually across the street.
Okay.
But, maybe we can just like park here and
Walk over there
real quick.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
We're seeing all the properties before we even get to see the, well, we can just say bus. Are we allowed to say bus? It's a little bit backwards to be able to try and figure out what the perfect location is going to be for this amazing thing that we're going to renovate. Maybe. We're still vetting the project at this point. Okay, that's enough. Let's go look.
Did you guys go to Hole in Rock then?
We did.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's so cute.
We're doing some very exciting stuff there.
Property number 1 is an old junkyard. It is currently still owned by an old gentleman who apparently doesn't move too quickly on offers and things like that, but this is an option.
The cliff edges are amazing.
Yeah, there's basically another 80-acre block back here. Sorry, I didn't do my hair today.
No, it's good. It's right. You weren't beauty for that.
Exactly.
Meet Josh.
Yes, everyone, meet Josh.
Hello, hello, hello.
So Josh, how would you explain yourself? Are you entrepreneur, outdoor lover, rock climber?
Yeah.
All of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Dude, I mean, I love national parks, and that kind of is. And I was in real estate for a long while, and so with my love for national parks, it kind of was just like I want to work in national parks. So yeah, I mean, here we are, you know, doing property out here where we can climb and jeep and have a good time. So
Yep.
getting creative.
Well said. And getting to share it with others.
Yes,
Right?
that's the huge part. Is like not enough people are able to get out and see this. So
What do you say? Off to property numero dos?
numero dos.
Let's do it.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Follow that Jetta.
Without seeing the other properties yet, Drew and I both already know that that property is not ideal for us or for the project. The road noise is just too loud, too close. Let's see what else there is. We're currently driving down more of a country road, and already I'm liking this one better. Property number 2 held a lot more promise and a lot more peace and quiet. But we were beginning to learn that not all the properties we were being shown had been fully purchased or confirmed as a definite possibility as the location for our project yet. Josh was saying that this would potentially be the perfect place to renovate the structure, and then it would possibly move to a different permanent location. It just depends on how much of this land they are able to acquire. So it's all very interesting, isn't it? We're learning a lot today.
Look at these little glamping options.
So cute.
Wow. We could all be neighbors.
We're off to the third property, but another possibility with this plot is that plane hangar right there. If they acquire this property in time, Drew and I could park Spirit inside of the plane hangar and live in there. And there is a hot shower and like little extra living quarters. I'm like, why? Well, can't we just say that? Can we say that one? Can we say yes now?
Pretty amazing.
There's always hope for showers.
Regardless of what property we end up choosing, you know what's going to be amazing to have?
I think I know. And that's Safety Wing Nomad Insurance. Because as soon as we're ready to return back to Europe in pursuit of our Portuguese dreamland and ultimately EU citizenship, and depending on how this project goes, it might be sooner than later, we are going to be in need of a reliable insurance that covers people from all across the globe while outside of their home country. And Safety Wing, which you can sign up for even if your journey abroad has already begun, makes it super easy with automatic monthly payments that you can schedule a start and end date for. Plus, once you've been abroad for 90 days, you can keep your medical coverage when visiting home for up to 30 days. Safety Wing Nomad Insurance includes medical coverage for things like accidents or sickness while abroad, as well as travel coverage for things like travel delays requiring unplanned overnight stays, lost luggage, natural disasters, and personal liability. And by signing up using our link below, you not only will be assuring your safety for your next adventure abroad, but you'll also be choosing a reliable service that supports us and our channel. So up, up, and away!
One of the big considerations for Brittany and I when choosing a land for this project is, would we park Spirit there? If it has like a really wonderful feel, has a great view, has something natural that we find really appealing, then we're sold.
Yes, because wherever we decide to build this project is also going to be where we're temporarily living full-time in Spirit. So there's a lot to consider here.
This is enchanting.
This itself will be its own national or at least state park if it wasn't slammed between Canyonlands and
I think Josh said this property is about 24 acres and they're hoping to develop an equestrian experience of some sort in the coming years. This land here won't be developed on for at least 5 years or so. All you hear are the sound of the birds. I'm sure a neighing horse every once in a while. But it's pretty great.
Look what I just discovered. There's a little stream back here.
When it comes to picking the right property for this Airbnb, along with prioritizing peace, some of the features we're looking for include a nice level spot to put the bus, along with a preferably green solution for water and electricity. Ooh, and a shed or workshop situation for all the tools. And I think we mentioned views. The property must have views. But little did we know that based on what we were about to see next, we hadn't seen anything yet.
Next destination, Hidden Valley. I like that sound. It sounds like the ranch.
It is ranch.
It's Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. I'm a Midwest guy, come on. Can't go without my ranch. Although we're really looking for a ranch these days.
Got your hat. You ready for the ranch?
Yes, ma'am.
As for this next property, there wasn't really a road to get there.
So we left Spirit back there just because we didn't want to chance it right now. There's definitely a little bit of a challenge getting back here, but nonetheless, it is wonderfully peaceful and beautiful. It is exactly as you describe it, a hidden valley. Josh, this place is amazing.
This is unreal. Yeah, this is a special place.
Any comments from the back seat?
This hidden valley is like Magic Valley. That gnarly, rocky, really kind of hairpin turn right there is probably going to be what keeps us from being able to put the bus down there. But, oh man, how magical would that be? Talk about dreamland. As incredible as this location would be for a unique glamping experience, besides the extreme rocky road used to get there, we have since learned that the property owner, unfortunately, was not down for our project. But that doesn't mean that with every new property we see, we aren't learning more and more about what we truly want for our own property. Someday, somewhere soon. Hopefully. I'm just gonna say that last property totally stole my heart and Drew's. It's been used as a wedding venue, and if Drew and I could convert a beautiful glamping situation for a bride and groom to enjoy on their first night as a married couple or their honeymoon, that would be the dream. Built by Mr. and Mrs. Adventure in the Hidden Valley. I think that's gonna stay our number one. I don't know how it gets any better than that.
That would be the dream.
Okay, let's breathe some life into that one, right?
Right now we're going to a bank because we got to pick up some cash because we're going to get something real cool.
Something to pick up. We want to be clear that we are not funding anything for this project. We are merely meant to be the hands and creative minds behind it all, should we actually agree to it.
All right, Josh gave us the cash. We'll see where we're going. Well, this is a really pretty road.
Not a bad view.
We were told that these spots go for $90 a night. Here we are at spot option number 4. This is a pretty amazing spot considering the view that's back here. You even get some old vintage cars. The only drawback is that it is essentially in a campground and doesn't feel quite as raw as what Brittany and I were hoping. I mean, there are hookups here for electric and water, but something about being mixed in with other campers and camp hosts. Be something on a big pad like this. So I just hopped back in the van, and Brittany had other thoughts.
I actually really like this property. I think it's better than the other two in the neighborhood. It is not better than Hidden Valley, that's for sure. But it's in a campground. It would get booked out all the time, and it's amongst, you know, at least friends.
It is peaceful.
It's very peaceful. The views are gorgeous. You have Canyonlands right here. You have Arches right over there.
We are very close to the entrance of Arches National Park. Maybe you have some good points there.
I don't know, just some thoughts.
We're gathering information still. We'll get back to this.
One more property to see before we go pick up that thing that we're going to pick up. And this is option number 5, which is actually pretty beautiful. It looks right into Arches National Park, although it is next to a campground, but
not a bad experience, especially if you position the structure right.
And at least all the RVs are plug-in, so you know you're not going to have to deal with generators.
I agree, and we're far enough off the main road that it's not much of an issue.
No, but
you might deal with some winds out here since it's on the open prairie.
That, along with the eyesore that's behind me. I think this is actually part of the same property that we could potentially build the glamping experience on. So maybe there's potential for removing it, but
I'm wondering, did a UFO come in here? Aliens! We are not far from Roswell.
And look at all of the tumbleweeds.
Definitely be windy out here. Instead of solar, we can fasten kites up and they move cranks just like windmills. And they'll power our off-grid paradise.
Or a windmill.
But I like the new kite structures. You guys have seen that. Some of the boats, some of the really cool power that's being generated in the world is by kites.
I'll have to insert that here. Obviously, I need to learn more about that. All things considered, I don't think this is a terrible option. Again, this thing needs to go. I don't want to glamp next to that.
We have to think about how we want to curate the entrance to get to the property because I don't know, nobody likes driving by a bunch of junk or dumpsters on the way to their cool glamping experience.
This is a whole new endeavor for us, and we have to go pick something up. We gotta go.
We're late. I do like all the little flowers.
Me too.
Okay, walk. Take them in.
I'll enjoy the flowers.
Breathe.
No more flowers, run.
Run.
Now I feel like that is the one. It kind of makes more sense than the Hidden Valley one. Don't have to worry about that road. There's no way we would be getting Spirit down into Hidden Valley. At least I don't think so. Utah is so cool. I love it. With 2 hours to drive to get to where we were going, it was time to boogie. Follow that truck!
That truck is rad.
Pretty sure it's going where we're going. Yep, yes it is.
I love it.
You guys know that a build/renovation project is gonna take a lot of runs to the hardware store. Probably gonna have to be hauling some wood, some big pieces of furniture, and who knows what else. And well, Spirit, she's a little bit too beautiful for that. So we're gonna need a truck, right? A pickup truck! Also, we made sure that it was a manual so that Brittany can learn how to drive manual for Portugal, since most of the cars in Europe are not automatic, which is a little bit unfortunate, but should be some good fun.
I'm Jonathan.
Jonathan,
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
We know
too.
we're putting you on the spot with our
I
vlog
know.
a little bit.
I know.
No, you're totally chill, man.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so I got it from an old guy who
Cool.
had passed away, got it from his grandsons.
Okay.
And he basically bought it brand new, drove it every single
Yeah.
day. Like, well, not every single day, but
Yeah.
that,
When
that
you-
was
yeah,
his daily
yeah,
driver.
when he
yeah.
needed. Cool.
Yeah, so it's sweet.
So he
yeah.
put the 117,000 miles on
Yeah,
it.
literally.
Right on.
I probably put a couple hundred on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So not much, yeah. It's,
You've had it here in Grand Junction the whole time?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
All right, thought we were gonna open the hood here, but check this out.
So
I've never
rad.
seen that.
Heck yeah.
Let us explain. Josh didn't purchase this truck for us. He purchased it for the project, and we just happened to arrive just in time to go pick it up. But how fun would it be to drive this 1976 Ford Courier around town?
Flip down there. Okay. Just go straight down.
Yeah. And then you
Just push it. Cool.
Yeah,
Dude, the way
you
that
have to
opens
put-
is so
tight.
cool.
So tight.
I love the old stuff that don't have like electronics or computers. It's all like
Right.
mechanical, right?
Oh,
like
right. Yeah, everything.
it is as it is.
Old school tie downs.
Yeah. Okay. It's got the old cool little window flip out there.
Yeah, and everything in there completely stock.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's such a sweet little truck, man.
Do you speak other languages?
I don't. My girlfriend is from Mexico,
Okay.
so she
Right on.
speaks.
Do you think you could put new Freon in it, or probably not even?
You know. So you're gonna go all the way in.
Okay.
And that's park and brake off. And
Okay.
then, push it forward and then twist. And
Twist.
in.
Okay.
That's the e-brake.
So basically, push it all the way out when we're ready to drive. Cool.
Clutch to start it. Which
Okay.
Is kinda cool.
Okay.
But they do have chokes.
So one thing about these old trucks is you don't have to put your foot on the clutch or on the brake when you go to start. So we're just gonna choke it a little bit and turn the key. All right,
We're in the Courier.
here we go.
Oh, it bounces.
There's a little bounce to it, doesn't it?
This
Oh
is
yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah. I'm probably going the wrong way out of here.
At least he knows he has our house for collateral. We're coming back for you, Spirit. Don't
Here we
worry.
go. It'll be fun for driving around Moab.
This is gonna be hot as cow poop. Especially if we're doing this in the summer. Maybe we should consider going to Portugal in the summer. I don't know. We're also able to do this project on our own timeline. So if we did want to escape the heat in the summer, especially because this guy doesn't have any air conditioning, that might be a good idea. But I don't know, we might be in too deep and too excited to take a break. We'll see.
I feel like I just stepped back a couple decades.
I sort of love that. I mean, we're not going to be hauling that crazy of stuff, so if it adds an element of fun, a little bit of a throwback, why not? We had blinkers back in the day even.
We got blinkers. We're going to third.
Is it in third?
It's in third. You just got to find the slots.
I have a present for our new
Oh, little trees.
A little yellow tree for our little blue truck.
Oh, I love it.
How are you gonna be driving on the highway in this thing?
I'll be jamming.
You're gonna be like putt, 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 putt.
Windows down, cruising about 62.
Windows down is the only AC in this little guy. In this old man.
No soul man. He's got some soul left in him.
I think I thought of a name.
Old man.
That's it.
This guy, he's a 76, so what's that make him? What's that, 24 plus 22? 46?
Yeah.
I think we should name him 46.
46 is not old, just for those of you humans out there. But for a truck, it's pretty impressive.
It's impressive.
Well, and I thought that we were gonna make it to the thing that we're gonna be renovating and converting into an amazing glamping experience that you guys can partake in. But it's now nearly 6 p.m. We still have an hour and a half, 2 hours to drive all the way back to Moab, and then it's gonna be dark. But we did show you all of the properties that we have to consider. Number 1 was a no-go because of the road noise. Number 2 was a possibility. It had the plane hangar that we could park Spirit into.
And they were looking at acquiring some more property adjacent to it, so it had a lot of potential for beauty there.
And the glamping situation could go right against the cliff walls. Property numero tres was along that little babbling brook with the equestrian horses surrounding.
It did have power and water, so it had an upside to it.
It did.
Beautiful views, but it did also have a neighborhood feel, which maybe made us feel a bit out of place.
But then property number 4,
whoa,
that blew us away.
Knocked my socks right off.
But it's really hard to get to in a vehicle.
Yeah.
It does have a public hiking trail through it, so like if you're thinking that you're doing some romantic honeymoony thing, there might be somebody hiking through on your little rendezvous.
Yeah, it was special though. That lake would be incredible to jump in when it's hot, but maybe we can somehow get over there in the future if we don't decide on that property.
I don't know. I couldn't complain if it ended up being that guy.
I'd be nervous getting Spirit all the way back there.
It's another thing to consider.
Yeah, you guys have seen us get stuck a few times over the past years, so. And then number 5.
That was a campground where we would be tucked in the corner. But the last one,
that really captivated us.
More than we considered it. We didn't even think we were going to go look at that property.
I liked it.
I mean, you looked at basically 2 national parks, which made a glamping experience feel right versus glamping in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know.
We might have to call each other on this ride back and discuss it some more.
We have a lot of things to consider, but we're really grateful that we get to share this all with you. And, you know, there's a lot more to come. We still get to reveal the big project, so stay tuned.
Come on!
Come on, old man!
Just need a little choke on it.
There you go. We're gonna get the hang of it.
There we go. It's all about the touch. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Molding that steering wheel right to these knuckles.
Well, Spirit, guess it's just me and you, girl.
Come on, old man. Let's rev it up. Haven't had my cowboy hat on in a while. Feels fitting. Woo-hoo.